This is a quick video demonstration on PickPocket, the software application I developed to obtain leads from Craigslist. PickPocket can find leads on Craigslist either nationally, so across the nation as a whole, or by any geographical location that the user selects. And based upon those selected locations, it can then find those qualified targeted leads by filtering results based upon positive or negative keywords. And by that I mean for all the results that it finds, it will look at the post title and it will filter those particular posts based upon whether or not the post title contains or does not contain a given keyword or set of keywords. So you can filter post titles based upon whether they have a given keyword list of keywords or do not have a list of a keyword or list of keywords. Then all those desired results that are found are then written to a Microsoft Azure database in the cloud, which I can then query via Microsoft's Azure portal or Microsoft's free SQL Server Management Studio application. And so let me just jump over to Microsoft's SQL Server Management Studio. As you can see, I already have a transact SQL statement querying my database, the PickPocket table from my Azure cloud database. And I'm just doing that to show you. I'm going to execute this query, and down here at the bottom right you can see that there are 0 rows that have been found, simply just showing that currently the table is empty, and that is just because we have not written any results to that table as of yet. So for this demonstration, we're going to run a fictitious query, or I'm sorry, a fictitious campaign based upon this scenario. I am a WordPress developer. WordPress is a web design platform, a content management system for website developers. So I'm a WordPress developer, and I'm looking for additional work. I'm self-employed, and I'm looking for qualified targeted leads to create revenue. And so what we are going to do is we are going to search the entire nation, so all 415 cities on Craigslist that are US-based cities, and we're going to look at the gigs section of Craigslist. And in the gigs section of Craigslist, we're targeting the computer category. So all computer gigs that are posted in the nation, we're going to filter those results based upon a positive keyword, which is just going to be WordPress. And by that, we're hoping to obtain qualified targeted leads for individuals who have posted gigs that say, hey, I need help creating a WordPress website, I need some plugins modified, some WordPress plugins modified, anything that has to do with WordPress. Okay, so I'm going to name my campaign WordPress Leads, and then I'm going to go ahead and create a campaign. Okay, and just to show you how this is done, Craigslist constantly will add or delete a particular city or add additional links to the top of their home page. And so when we are creating a campaign and we want to acquire all the US-based cities that are currently on Craigslist, we can do that by scraping the home page of Craigslist. And of the 415 cities that are on Craigslist, they start with Auburn, Alaska, and end with Wyoming. The tag positions up here are simply to help me narrow in on what tag position Auburn starts at and what tag position Wyoming is found at, and it harvests all the Craigslist city links in between there. And so I'll just demonstrate that real quick by building the city link list for the campaign. So occasionally I just jump out there to refresh that list and make sure that I have all the US-based Craigslist cities in my campaign. And there we go. You can see we have Auburn at the top, which is tag position 13, and Wyoming at the bottom, which is tag position 427. So I'm going to select all these because these are all the US-based Craigslist cities, and I want to include them all in my campaign. Hit next, and then I'm going to come down to the gigs section of Craigslist, and I'm going to choose the computer section, or the computer category of the gig section of Craigslist. Hit next, and I'm going to build my campaign link list. And as you can see here, it popped up a text file, and it has each of those Craigslist cities, Auburn through Wyoming, and the URLs links are constructed with the computer category there at the end. So I'm just going to save that file, save as my campaign. I'm just going to overwrite that there. Okay, close out of there. And now I'm going to open up this campaign, and there we go. So I've opened up the link list here, and so I have Auburn through Wyoming all included in there. Those are each links that I'm going to search for my desired results. And then if I want to run this particular campaign again later, WordPress leads, I can save that as WordPress leads.txt, and I'm all set to go for next time. So I'm just going to save that. I've run this campaign once before, so I'm just going to say yes. So then I simply select my stored procedure. The stored procedure, this is an SQL stored procedure that simply allows my software to talk to my Windows Azure database hosted in the cloud. And then I'm going to filter the results that PickPocket finds based upon positive keywords. By that, again, that means any post titles that are found that include my given list of keywords, and I'm only going to include one keyword, and I have that written in a file which is called keywords.txt, and that's just going to be the one keyword WordPress. So I'm going to search the entire nation, the computer gigs category of Craigslist, for all post titles that contain the positive keyword WordPress. And then on the timer tab here, I can loop this campaign, add new results to the database based upon a given interval, but we're just going to run this once for demonstration purposes. I can also run the campaign at between given times each day. We are currently within this limit, so we'll just leave that as is, and then we'll go ahead and we will run the campaign across the nation. Here we go. So 415 threads are launched. It's a multi-threading process, and it opens up a thread for each geographical location that you choose to target. Took 11 seconds there to search all 415 cities on Craigslist, and it found 437 results or postings, Craigslist postings, that contained the word WordPress in the post title. Okay, so now we're going to jump back over to Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio, and we are going to execute. We're going to execute the. Let me move this over so you can see it. Okay, execute the query once more, and as you can see down here at the bottom right, we have 437 rows. And as you look at the results, you can see that each post title, each ad on Craigslist that was found, gives the category, which is the computer section of gigs on Craigslist, as well as the state, the city, and the actual link that that particular posting can be found at. So I can copy and paste that link or whatever to get more information if the ad title is important to me, or I feel that it's something I want to address or investigate, look into further. So as you go down here, you can see that these are all targeted qualified leads. Somebody looking for a WordPress consultant, someone needs a PHP expert needed, which is what WordPress is built on. We have some plugin design stuff that needs to be addressed there. Someone needs help getting started with WordPress. So then you could simply visit these links and you could follow up with them with a portfolio of the WordPress work that you've done, and there you go. That's how the PickPocket program works. I can also use Swath, which is another application that I developed that I plan to integrate into this one, but it simply will query my Microsoft Azure database on a given interval, so it could be every 10 seconds or every minute, and for all new results that are found, it will text that post title link to my cell phone, or it'll send it via email, or if you would just like a list of results once each day, it will create an Excel spreadsheet and send you an email with the Excel spreadsheet as an attachment. So that's kind of how I use my PickPocket program and Swath together to find leads to obtain work. And that is pretty much how PickPocket works in a nutshell. What really sets it apart from a lot of the other Craigslist searches on the internet, like Zoom to List and some of the others, are the latency that is involved. So when most people use or subscribe to RSS feeds, which basically ping Craigslist for new results found for a given search criteria. However, Craigslist only posts results, or I'm sorry, sends out their RSS feeds on like a 15-minute interval. So if you're using an RSS feed, you can wait up to 15 minutes for that particular result to come to you. And a lot of the aggregators, actually, you can wait a couple hours for them. So whereas PickPocket, it's real time. Whatever's being displayed on the list right now, it is able to obtain in real time. And that's what the real advantage is, because when it comes to lead generation, if I can get those leads to my text phone in real time when they are posted, and can be one of the first to respond, that increases my opportunity to obtain that desired job that I'm looking for tremendously, right? So a hot lead is the best lead. Anyhow, so that's how PickPocket works. Thanks for watching this video demonstration.